fanfare for me. I deserve it because this castle is the best in the land and is truly wonderful. You know, we had a big celebration for it when we built it. We had everybody come together for a huge party, and I lost my crown, but you know, it really is a wonderful and beautiful castle, and I love it. But now, everybody has disappeared. I don't know, it seems like there's some sort of a sickness or a plague or a COVID-19 going on. I'm kind of bummed. So, I'm wondering where everyone is.
My king!
Oh, I hear someone. Ah!
My king!
Ah, it is my dearest queen.
Yes. Have you found your crown?
No, but I still seem to have misplaced it. Now, I have a question for you. Now, what do you think about this grand and glorious castle?
Well, I'm glad you brought it up because I've been meaning...
I know. The stone masonry is great, and these blue flowers are perfectly placed, and these green ferns here, and this wonderful tapestry here that we have to enter, and people can be greeted with fanfare, and everything is just great. All the big rooms that we have, like the dining room, and the kitchen, and all the bedrooms that we have for when the people stay over, as well as the toilet rooms. It really is a beautiful castle.
Well, I mean...
What? What's wrong? Is my castle too glorious and too perfect?
Well, it's just that...
You're right. It is missing something. Maybe someone. My jester, my wonderful jester. Perfect timing.
Hello, my grand king and queen.
Hey, what's wrong with my castle?
Oh, did I tell you about the joke about the bee? Whether or not to be, that is the question.
Oh my goodness, I love his jokes. He brings the best entertainment there is here. What's wrong with my castle?
Jester, have you heard the news?
About Solomon's temple?
What? Solomon's temple? It's obviously not going to be as great as this castle.
Solomon's temple was magnificent and beautiful. Your castle's just a little,
Looks like it was built in 3 days.
blindfolded with no arms.
What? This is a beautiful castle. There's nothing wrong with it. It's the perfect thing that there is.
King Solomon had a great temple, and he built it for a good reason.
Yes, for the people to worship and pray.
Worship and pray. So you mean he wanted God in one place in like one spot?
No, I mean, you can't keep God in one spot or one building.
But that's what church for is, right? That's where God's at.
No! God is everywhere. He's in the hearts and minds of people, not in a building or a castle.
Right, it's like when we have parties and everybody comes to one place, one location, so we can have fun and be together.
So Solomon's kind of like me then, huh?
No.
Solomon built a fantastic temple for the Lord. Yes, he built it to replace the tabernacle tent that Moses built.
That must have been a long time ago then.
It was, yeah. So Solomon built a new temple, and God loved it, and he said that if the people ever turned away from him, that the building would be nothing, even though it was so beautiful.
Yes, they're beautiful buildings, but if the people do have God in their hearts, then it's not really anything.
So the church isn't the only place we can experience God.
Yeah, yes.
Solomon built a better temple than my castle.
Yes.
It took more than 3 days.
Oh, yes.
It sounds like that King Solomon really loved his people.
He did love his people, and he created a temple where there could be peace, because there was so much war going on.
What?
Oh, King. Yes, Solomon had 30,000 men from Israel go and gather wood. And then he had 150,000 men to go cut the stone and build the temple.
That's more than my fingers. My goodness. You know, when we built this castle, we had a celebration. You know, we celebrated that one night only. We had everybody in our dining room with the one feast that we had. And we had, for that one night only, there was music. And that one night only, there was dancing. The one night of celebration. You provided some of the entertainment. And then also that one night only, you and I greeted our villagers and see how they were doing.
Yes.
It was a great one night only event.
it was a fun one night party.
Mhm.
But did you know that King Solomon had a party and it lasted 2 weeks?
2 weeks?
Oh.
Yeah.
Hannah did one night for entertaining everyone around here for one night. I was so tired.
My
Oh.
goodness. So it sounds like that you're saying that Solomon and the Israelites sought to provide a worthy dwelling place for their Lord.
Yes.
And the temple that they built indeed was magnificent, better than my castle. And that the Lord isn't just into one place.
Right. The Lord likes to be in everybody's heart and mind, not just for a castle or a temple. He wants to be in everybody's hearts and their minds.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Jester, I want you to entertain me with more of these stories about this grand King Solomon.
Oh yes, I will.
Please entertain him.
I will.